Hi everyone, I hope everybody is having a safe quarantine. I hope everyone's having a really great day and practicing social distancing. This is going to be my book report. The title of my book is What Video Games Have to Teach Us About Learning and Literacy. So, a little bit about the book is the title again is What Video Games Have to Teach Us About Learning and Literacy. The author is James Paul Gee, and the main theme is the advantages and different ways video games teach us about learning and literacy. Basically, what the title is the main theme of the book. Next, I'm going to talk about the analysis and book evaluation by introducing the theme and the method. So, the theme, in my opinion, for the book is just basically learning. So overall, the theme is learning. Since throughout the book, the author is just learning different ways video games can teach us something. This learning is then expanded to not only himself, but learning and thinking of new ways to challenge our current teaching system. So his method is organized within each chapter. Within each chapter, he introduces a game or games that he has played, and then he explains the learning principles provided from the game. There's a total of 36 principles that he was able to find within these video games he played. He even organized and listed all the learning principles in the appendix of the book. He continues his methods with making the book personal and having an easygoing conversational tone, making the book an entertaining and easy read. So what I mean by this is that he didn't make the book in a format that's meant for only educators, that the book is only meant for just teachers, or it has a certain rule book where it feels like it's a textbook. The book is a little bit more personal and a little bit more engaging, so you don't get so bored and just tired. So it feels like it's more, you're doing it more as for a form of entertainment instead of learning something, but you're still actually learning something, even though it's entertaining. The summary of the content. So the book is about the author who happens to be a father. His youngest son happens to have much interest in video games. He begins by observing his son and sooner than later begins to play them as well. He begins to understand the fun in playing challenging video games, but also sees how it can create effective teaching methods. Throughout his discovery, he's able to find 36 different learning principles within the games. And I would like to mention that he makes it very clear that these video games have to be challenging. So if these video games aren't challenging there and they're super easy, then you aren't going to learn from it. You learn more from things when you're challenged and you're pushed to challenge yourself in video games. I'm not somebody who plays video games, so I can't really say yes or no to this, but he makes a really clear point when talking about this in the book. And then in conclusion, the book really surprised me. Although I'm not tech savvy like at all, however, the way the book is presented in a way that allows for there to be a connection, whether you like technology or not, it really opens up our way of thinking and how our education system can be doing better. And our own education system, as mentioned by the author, is designed to have students learn quick and to get it right on the first try. While with video games, it is a fun challenge for a student. The author asserts that video games allow for critical thinking. This book is great for educators in any school system that want to become more familiar with technology through video games. The only negative that I did find is that although he did mention that he played violent video games, and how they aren't good or bad. So he made that pretty clear that although he did play violent video games, they aren't good nor they aren't bad. He never addresses the issues around them. Many educators and concerned parents wouldn't want their kids to be influenced by violence, so violent video games have always been a hot topic, whether they do more harm than good. So it was really unfortunate that the author didn't talk more about this issue, because I feel like that's one of honestly the biggest um, reasons why so many people are against video games, is specifically violent ones, is that the fact that violent ones are going to make children, violent and be aggressive. So it was really disappointing that he didn't talk about this a little bit more in the book. And then my overall review, I would definitely give this book 5 out of 5 stars. Even though I'm not really into technology and whatnot, it was fun to learn something out of my comfort zone, especially something like video games, because I'm not really interested by them. I always felt like they're just kind of there, just this there to like waste your time. But reading a little bit more about the book and learning these different principles that he introduced, it makes you really think and see how and in what ways can we progress in our education system that has always been the same for over like hundreds of years, which is really unfortunate. But that concludes my book review, and thank you all so much.